There's many different levels of the criminal mind. Either you in it for the money or you wasting your time. My destiny, you be the death of me. Forever loving my people.
Oh, okay. What's up? It's your boy Carcino, man. Let's talk about it. This is the hip hop. I got all your messages about continuing the top 5. I'm all for it, and I'm all in. Let's continue the top 5 hip hops. Yeah. So this is hip hop top 5 best features in hip hop history. Now, before we get started, people gonna start screaming because they're not gonna see Eminem and Renegade with Jay-Z. And the reason why is because Renegade was already a song. Okay, Eminem just muted out Royce 5'9" vocals and put in Jay-Z. Okay, that's it. This song was already pre-recorded, so this wasn't a new song. It was just muted vocals. And you won't be seeing a lot of Wu-Tang because Wu-Tang would probably dominate this top 5 because I consider them a group of individuals. So it's like it's not really a feature. If Ghostface is on Raekwon album, would you call that a feature? No, you would just call that Wu-Tang, right? So it's kind of hard. You get what I'm saying, though, right? Now, when we do the list, then you'll start to see why I did it this way and why I have these things separate in their own categories. Because if we did a top 5, Wu-Tang would probably be in 3 of the top 5 if we were to do it that way. But I want to make sure it's spread it out properly, because we got to do the honorable mentions. There's a plenty of songs that didn't make it, but let's focus right now on the ones that did. Okay? And I think this list here is going to be one that you're going to agree with and then not agree with. But I think I'm going to have a lot of people's strong support for this list than probably any list that I've done. Now, if I don't, then okay. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Alright? These 5 verses basically changed the game. Like this, when I say the best in hip hop history, I'm talking about the best. Like the best verses that was dropped that really just catapulted a lot of people to say, "Oh my God!" Like it kind of took everybody else off the track. Now, number 5, we got LL Cool J Rampage with EPMD. The Rampage verse was so vicious and so slick and smooth all at the same time that it just made EPMD look ridiculous on the track. The fact that verse came second, it just threw everything off. And it's not that E's verse was whack when he came in at the end. It's just like it had no flavor. It was just dry compared to what L did. He just murdered that. The Ripper, the Overlord, playing UMCs like an old accordion. Man, L just came in and took it. That's all that was. And at number 4, we have Nas' Verbal Intercourse. Have been voted as in the top best verses of all time. Now, the reason why it's not even higher on this list is for the simple fact that the other artists on that song verses was equally as good. It wasn't like they were terrible. Everybody else had great verses too. Nas' voice, the words, the message, every line was on point. That it became the rappers, other rappers who write rhymes for a living, this became one of their favorite verses. And then it was argued that it was the best verse on the album by far. Even Biggie said that. Well, Biggie didn't like them anyway, you know, and he was like, Nas had the best verse on their whole album. So, it was like, why are you running with them? You know, like, you don't even need them. But, yeah, that's how it was, man. Back then, it was, MCs used to listen to other MCs' rhymes. You know, that's what you do. You listen to hear what the other rapper's saying. Today, they just listen to the track. But you can't even understand what they talking about today. People just mumbling and stuff. But anyway, number 3 is Busta Rhymes' Scenario. So what's that scenario? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I mean, his flow, delivery, the energy level of Busta, it was Scenarios going. It's probably one of the top songs of all times. It's in the top. Gotta be in the top 10. Best collaboration, probably. The music, everybody else's verses was just as tight, but Busta stole the song with his energy, his style, and it was the video. Now, I think if we probably heard it on the radio or on the CD or the tape, it would have just been bobbing our heads. The video gave it that extra kick, that threw it to the next level. And for that, I gotta give him kudos for that, because that was a very original concept for a video at that time. And number 2, Snoop D double OG, you know, whatever, that be me. Nothing but a G thing. Now somebody gonna say, well, wait a minute, they kind of like a group, Dre and Snoop. No, at this time when Chronic came out and they came out with G thing, Snoop wasn't even signed. He was still just an unknown artist that was in Warren G group. Snoop was basically still unknown. Even though they did Deep Cover, which is another great feature, it would be in the if this is a top 50, that would definitely be in the list. But it wasn't. Now a lot of people love like Lil' Kim verse from Quiet Storm, and I don't. It was dope, but I wouldn't put that in the top. You know. 1, 2, 3 to the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg, Dr. Dre is at the door. Are you kidding? That verse alone put Snoop at the top of the rap game. He was the hottest rapper in the game from that song alone. He had flavor, he had style, he had everything going for him. Snoop was the man at that time. And that was definitely the house that Snoop built. And we gonna give honorable mentions to a lot of songs you guys probably didn't know or probably heard. You can do Method Man, The What with Biggie Smalls. You could do songs you probably never heard of with Big Pun, Off the Books on the B-Nut song, on that Stone Crazy album. And Biggie's verse on Flavor in Your Ear remix. The song where no one knows what LL Cool J is talking about on his verse. And they still scratching their head too. There's 1,000 Lil Wayne verse on We Taking Over. That still could be in the mix. And I like my chick Easter peach. I crack your medulla. I got more juice than your jeweler. So, you know, it's a lot of them. It's hard to say who was the best. Don't forget Andre 3000. Oh gosh, he got like three of them. What was that? International players. He had one on the I think the I Choose You. That was killing. I'm trying to think. Was that Mr. Bentley's album or something? So yeah, it's a lot of reasons why that song didn't make it. And don't forget, in the top 10 is also AZ's verse on "Life's a Bitch" on the Illmatic album, where people also argue too that AZ had one of the best verses on one of the best albums of all time. Life's a bitch and then you die. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's all we can have, 'cause you never know when you don't go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's all we put life. So, I mean, it's... Whew! Gosh, man. What other features we got? If we did Wu-Tang, you gotta do Capadonna. You know, on the Winter Wars. Eminem on Forget About Dre. But he was signed in, but still, that was a good feature. That was because he came in and really just brought a lot of fun to it. Man, I'm losing my mind. I brought up Deep Cover already, but I'm losing my mind just trying to think of Pimp C on Big Pimpin'. Who remembers that? I remember, what was that? People talk about the Drake verse on Stay Scheming. I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't hold weight to a lot of this stuff that we got. I remember Nature killing Noriega on that Band from TV joint. Biggie, of course, his verses on what's his name? With Jay-Z, Brooklyn's Finest. You know, you could throw that in there. Gosh, Keith Murray verse on 4, 3, 2, 1. I let my boys hang like I'm on the toilet taking a shit. My style is all that. The big bag of chips with the dip. Fuck all that sensuous. Ew. There's gonna be a couple of them I'm leaving out. Cool G Rap, remember on the Realers? Bullets say racial son, they only hate you. Gosh, man, it's so many. I'm just stuck. I mean, I could use Drez from Black Sheep when he was on Bounce to This from Showbiz and AG. Bounce to this, no matter what you're doing. Yo, this is Drez and oh man. Well, this comes to the number one. Let's just do it this way. Money, Power, Respect, DMX verse. A lot of people like that. Raz had a couple of good ones. I can't really just remember the songs. Pusha T on Runway. Nobody, yeah, come on. T.I. verse on the Bone Crusher album. I ain't never scared. Y'all forgot that? I know it was 03, but y'all ain't that young. Big L. Remember Big L was on with Lord Finesse on that joint they had? That's the old 92 joint. Scarface and almost everything he's ever touched. And comment on the business with De La. It's been a lot of ones, but man, let's do the number one right now and let's shut it down. That's Nas Live at the Barbecue. Y'all should know this is the most prolific verse in hip hop history. When I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus. That stuff don't even happen. It don't even happen in rap. That whole verse was just murderous. Anybody I can nail, everybody who was up there or was on the joint, it was over. Nas just murdered it. He just sent every rapper back to their pad. And when you saw it, it was like, man, this dude's, who is he? This dude had $1 million deals, contract offers from every record label known to man, and everybody wanted a piece of Nas. That's what made Illmatic one of the greatest albums of all time, is because everybody wanted a piece of the project. They wanted to be the host of it. They wanted to put this guy out. He was the rap, and this wasn't like your manager pushing you. These are rappers, people who touch a mic and rhyme. He was the first rapper that I know of in history that was ever pushed by rappers. Established rap artists were pushing him. Like, no, him. I don't care what you do. They were like, I'm bringing you to the label, because you finna be the one. Never before seen it like that again. Tell you the truth, I can't name a Eminem 50 Cent song where they collaborated together that I really like. I like them better not when they're not collaborating. Think about it. All the 50 Cent Eminem songs that they own, like, I didn't really like Patiently Waiting. I really don't like. Psycho is probably the only one that was closest to a song that I like that they were on together. To me, I like all the songs they are not on together. But that's the list. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out of here. Follow the playlist. Top hip hop's top 5. I got them there on my list. So continually follow the list. They probably popping up right now in those little bars, the things up there, those infos. So you can go right to the list and go see the rest of the videos. I gotta get out of here. It's almost time for my movie to start. I'm out.